We start with a question, though. When you were a kid, did you have a dream about what you wanted to be? Maybe a pro athlete, a big-time movie star, or perhaps an inventor or a writer? Most of us have those dreams. Some follow them, others set dreams aside as life takes over.
Dawn Kerrigan has the story of a woman who finally got the chance to chase her dream long after many people might have given up, proving it's never too late to try.
Way back when she was just a little girl, Sally Gunderson imagined the music.
And it was the flute specifically?
And it was the flute, yeah. Yeah, because my mom looked at me when I was like 4 or 5 years old and said I wanted to play the flute. She said, "Your brother just quit piano, you could play the piano." And I was not impressed.
She didn't play anything as a kid. Sally did learn the penny whistle as a young mother and the recorder. Then one day her friend Linda Bruner came by, an accomplished flute player and teacher herself.
I asked her if she taught adults as well as children, and she laughed at me and said yes. And I asked her if she taught adults that didn't understand why some of the notes were black and some of them were white, and she laughed even harder. And then said she had to go home.
Yes, Linda came back with a flute.
This is what you do, this is how you hold it, this is a scale. Play with it. If you get some noise out of it, give me a call.
I thought, well, you know, she's really nice and everything, but I didn't think she'd do anything with it, particularly.
But Linda was in for a surprise.
She did it.
Were there times you were surprised?
Yes. But not for very long, because she was so persistent. And she was having such a good time with it.
Linda says most flute players begin when they're children. Sally was in her mid-20s with 2 kids of her own, and a third came along soon after.
I just wanted to play, and so I just started playing. And then it grew from there. Linda despaired of my ability to count the notes correctly.
So Linda got Sally to play with a beginner's band, and it helped.
You were still a novice flute player when you start doing this with other people.
Yeah.
Was that at all intimidating?
Yeah.
But she kept playing.
I can remember I played with a woman in Wiscasset Town Band whose husband was a fairly good French horn player. And he looked at us after our first concert and he said, "You guys got a lot of nerve to get up there and do that." I don't think that was a compliment, Don.
Compliments eventually did come. And that's why, for the past 25 years or so, Sally has played her flute with Linda in the Midcoast Symphony Orchestra.
But you've stayed with it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you love it?
Yeah, I do. At times it still terrifies me, but I do love it.
Sally is unusual, Linda says, for having taken up the instrument as an adult, but she's not unique. In fact, the Midcoast Symphony also includes Robert Frank, who was a 30-something adult when he decided to learn the violin.
I'm still on the steep portion of my learning curve when it comes to playing music and getting the deeper understanding of music that comes from playing it.
And Robert learned well enough that he helped to create this orchestra 30 years ago.
It's part of who I am now. I just cannot imagine my life if I were not playing regularly in some kind of musical setting.
It does take perseverance, Linda says. Sally just worked hard all the time to get it right.
If you love it, it's not that much of a challenge. You just do it.
But sometimes it seems darn near impossible still. But I don't know. I just kept on playing and playing and playing and playing.
So the girl who always hoped to play the flute finally does.
How well has she done?
Wonderfully.
We all have our dreams. Many just fade away. But some are only delayed. And with enough work and the right friends, can still come true.
Oh my God, she sounds great.
Yes, she does. And you know what's nice, because one doesn't hear this often, is just the sound of a flute alone.
Yes.
Which is a beautiful instrument.
I love it. Great story. You can hear Sally and Linda and Robert and all their colleagues play this weekend at the Midcoast Symphony Orchestra's two concerts, I should say, favorite music for all ages. It's Saturday at the Franco Center in Lewiston and Sunday at the Orion Performing Arts Center in Topsom. Break a leg.